In this video, I'm going to go over how I view the market and draw up key areas of interest. Knowing where these levels are has changed the game tremendously for me in my trading. But first, before I get into it, I do run a free Telegram group. The link is in the description below. I'm currently taking a very small account and I'm growing that as rapidly as possible. And who knows how far that will go. But if you want to watch it all happen in real time, go ahead and head over to my Telegram and check that out. All right, so I'm going to give you an in-depth look at how I find key areas of interest in the market that has helped me in my trading, and I hope that it can help you too. So with that said, I feel like if you know where these are as a trader, it is a really good starting point and a really good foundation. So now I'm going to head over to the charts. I'm going to share with you how I view the market and how I draw up these key levels and I find them every single day. Because I feel like if you know how to do this, it is an integral part. It is a key component in trading into understanding where the market may be going next. But first, before we head over there, guys, I'm not a financial advisor by any means, and this is not financial advice. Trading is risky. You can lose all of your money. In fact, very few people do make any money at all in trading. Any results you see are certainly not typical, and these are just my opinions only and shared with you for educational and entertainment purposes only. So that said, let's go ahead and head over to the charts now. All right, so I'm over on Euro USD, and I'm on the 1 minute time frame. One thing I want you to understand is that this is all fractional. So I'm going to explain how I found some of these levels here so that hopefully you can apply it in your trading to find these key areas of interest. Now, I'm not going to cover every single zone here because there are different components and moving parts here, but I am going to cover what I feel is the absolute most important, and that is key levels and how I find these areas. So this was the actual chart that I had drawn up from this morning in my possible setup. Now, I didn't have a setup, but if you're in my Telegram group, you saw that everything was right here as is, and price did come right down into this area right here, and it did reject right off this level to then continue moving forward. However, I didn't have a trading entry because my criteria was not fully met as price came into this area and bounced. So let me just zoom in real quick so you can see that here on my charts. There it is. This is the area that I had drawn up. Now, what I'm going to explain to you here in this video is how I come up with these key levels here. So I'm going to zoom out and move them around, and then I'm going to show you how I came up with them. So there's a purple line at the top here, and there's a purple line at the bottom here. I call these areas key levels, hyper areas of interest for me personally as a trader where price may have some kind of reaction. I don't know what kind of reaction, maybe up or down, but there are certainly areas that I'm highly interested in if price does get to these areas here. All right, so here's how I come up with them. The first thing I do is I come out to the 1 hour, and let's just take a look at this here. All right, you can see I have a couple purple lines on my chart because these are areas that I'm highly interested in. What I'm looking here for are what I like to call battle zones. All right, where buyers are fighting sellers and there's likely to be some kind of reaction there from a probability standpoint. So if you take a look at this closer in the chart, really what it is identifying wicks and then identifying areas where support becomes resistance. So let's go ahead and take a closer look here. All right, on today's Euro USD potential setup that I had an area up here. I'll move it around so you can see that. All right, I had a key level right here in this area. Now every pair is different. Certain pairs tend to gravitate towards specific sets of numbers. For Euro USD, for example, I like the zeros, the 50s, and the 80s. So I try to draw these lines or to find areas where these key levels may be in and around those price points. All right, they're not always exact, but if I get them pretty close, they become high areas of interest for me. All right, so right here, you can see we have some wicks. I'll go ahead and circle it right there. So I have a key area of interest right here. All right, coming down, I'm going to move the next one around on your screen so you can see it. This one is the one I'm focused on right now. This one is here simply because we had this right here. We had price come up and it rejected into this area right here, and then it rejected here. And now this recent resistance has become support, so it rejected here. So that tells me as a trader that this entire area right here, in this area, there is some battle going on right now. This is a battle zone. So if price comes down to that area, there is a chance that we're going to have some kind of reaction. I don't know what that reaction is, right? We really never do. but there may be some kind of reaction right in this area. And you can see price did come down and it did reject right off of this area this morning. But again, I didn't have a trade set up because it didn't meet my full criteria. All right. If price were to burn through this level right here, if it were to burn down, I had another level marked off right here. I'll go ahead and move it so you can see it. Once again, we had some rejection right here in this area from resistance, which then became support from this rejection. So again, that tells me as a trader that if price were to burn through this level right here, then this becomes my next area of interest of where I might take some kind of action or watch price action more closely to figure out how I might take a possible trade in that area. All right, now let's head back up a little bit on the charts to see what we got above. Again, I have another area of interest right in this area, so now I'm going to look left to take a look at what's finding out there. Notice the key level here is 1.0978. Okay, remember I said earlier that I like zeros and 80s on the Euro USD because I find that historically speaking, again from a statistical probability standpoint, that price may have or likes these levels or may have some kind of reaction around these areas. So let me take a look far to the left and figure out why I drew a level there. We'll go all the way over the charts here. It's kind of way out there. So let me go way over here. All right, and there it is. Okay, can you see how simple that is? There's just a rejection here, which was support, now resistance. So this is a key level in my personal opinion. Now, the cool thing is this doesn't just apply to Euro USD. This is fractional. It can be applied on any time frame that you're looking at, and it can be applied to any pair. You can see now I'm over on Euro JPY, and you can see I have two purple lines on my screen here, or areas of hyper interest for me. And I'll go ahead and just move them around again so you can see them right here. And I already have circled off areas. You can see why I have that key level here. Again, this was at one point in time resistance, now support. So that to me is a key area for this particular pair. And then way at the top here, you can see, again, we have this right here, a rejection here, and then a nice wick there. So that means if these zones get burned through that I've drawn up right here, if price were to come all the way up here into this area, I know because of this, what I call a battle zone or a key area, I know that we may go up into this area and do something like this as a possibility. So once again, all fractional, guys. I hope this video has helped you. This is something that I use daily in my trading, and I do find that drawing up these key levels, or at least understanding where they're at and knowing how to use them, has helped me personally as a trader, as I also hope that it helps you. Once again, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I'll answer any questions you guys may have there in the comments, and do go ahead and hop over to my free Telegram group where I'm doing my morning analysis, and you guys can watch what I'm doing there on a regular basis. Thanks for watching.